Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. Amberlynn uploaded her weekly vlog. That means it is time for Amberlynn Reed Bingo. If you want to play along, just click the link in the description and you can generate a random card full of all kinds of Amberlynn phrases and concepts and stuff. And as we watch, just kind of keep an eye on your bingo card. Now, it's just for fun, but if you do get a bingo, let me know in the comments. So the title of her vlog this week is My Mom is Suing Me, which is obviously clickbait, because even if she was, she wouldn't be talking about it on a vlog. And obviously that's not happening. Shocking Torrid try-on haul. Not sure what will be shocking about it, but, and meeting new people. I'm going to guess she's going to claim she's meeting people at bingo or something. I don't know. But let's play some bingo. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie.
Hello. Welcome to a new weekly vlog. So today is Tuesday. That means I'm filming my weigh-in video. And right now I'm just about to put my hair in a braid. But I wanted to give you guys an update on when I'm talking about the Torrid tubing. This is what I'm talking about, $27. And when I'm talking about the Full Seas Mamalynn mascara, which is like $10 or $11, I'm talking about this guy, okay? So I bought the $27 tubing Torrid mascara. It's supposed to be so great. Literally no.
Okay, so I'm not a makeup connoisseur or expert, but to me, anytime Amberlynn wears mascara, it looks real globby. That's the technical term, right? Globby? I think so. So I'm not sure that she's the one to be giving mascara advice, but again, what do I know?
Literally no. The Maybelline mascara is the best mascara I've ever used, while the tubing mascara is the worst. And it's $17 more expensive. Like, make it make sense. Like, I just heard so many good things about it, and it's horrific. So after I've used it a few times, I wanted to give you guys, like, a legit review. Not good. And it's like, no matter how much I layered it, still not good. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I know it's not my eyelashes, because the Maybelline one is, like, perfecto. So, I don't know. How did you guys learn how to braid? I learned by using shoelaces when I was, like, 8 years old. So anyways, yeah, welcome to a new vlog, you guys. And last weekly vlog, I was just, like, so disconnected. I felt like the whole thing was just, like, dispelling rumors, talking about rumors. I don't want my vlogs to be like that at all.
Oh, rumors. Got rumors. And that's most of her vlogs all the time. That's most of her videos throughout history have been talking about what people are saying. Even when she's not flat out saying this is about a rumor or something like that, she's always addressing rumors. Like when she brought up the broom handle, it wasn't a mop, it was a broom. And that was because there was a rumor going around that she was just mopping up Twinkie's accidents or whatever. So she didn't come out and say it was about a rumor, but she still addresses it. She is constantly talking about what people are saying about her. That's her whole persona.
In any sort of way. So, like, sometimes maybe, like, here and there, but that whole vlog was so hectic. Like, I had someone reach out to me on Instagram. They're like, I understand, like, your talking points, they're valid, but, like, as a supporter, I really want you to make the videos for us, not, like, dispelling rumors. Like,
okay. She said, I had somebody reach out to me and be like, I want you to make your videos for us, not for the haters, not to dispel rumors. So when she says somebody reached out to me, that's code for I just want to say a thing, but she needs to make it seem like her fans just love her so much and they need her attention and they want her to focus her attention on them. She needs this sort of validation. She needs to make it seem like, you know, the idea came from a supporter, that somebody loves her enough to say, we want your attention on us. You know, we want you to make your content for us. Nobody reached out to her.
yeah, same. So I do apologize for that. I don't know, last week was just a little off for me when it comes to YouTube. Like, I was doing so good, like, mentally and, like, my real life, and sometimes that does not match up in my videos at all. I could be doing amazing in my real life, and in my videos I'm like, roar, I am here to defend my name. And then sometimes in videos I could seem so happy, but in my real life I'm, like, depressed. You know, it's just...
Defending her name is almost the only thing she does online. So I have said, kind of from the beginning of my channel, that I'm convinced that the entire reason for Amberlynn's existence on the internet. The only reason she ever uploads anything is to convince everybody that she is a good person. And I think that's why she lies about so much and lies about so many things that we would think are pretty arbitrary or kind of weird to lie about. But to her, it's all sort of trying to paint this picture that she's a good person. But the problem is, the only real reference she has for what a good person looks like is on the internet. So she doesn't even really know how to pretend to be a good person. She really is just putting on this act with every video, with everything she's ever done. And it's just trying to make herself look good, trying to make herself look like a decent person. The problem is she's not. She's a horrible person, and she can't hide that. So people catch a lot of stuff that she doesn't even realize she's doing because she's just naturally a terrible person.
Part of the job, I guess, I know this is supposed to be like about my life, and sometimes it's hard to like express the true nature of like how I feel in the moment.
So I get that technically her job is just talking about her life. But think about the kind of mentality it takes to say with a straight face and seriously, I know that it's just part of the job and I'm supposed to be talking about my life, but sometimes it's hard to convey what I'm feeling in the moment, especially coming from somebody like Amberlynn Reid, somebody with no life to speak of or to talk about. I mean, the main character syndrome and the kind of delusions of grandeur are off the charts.
A part of me wants to just give this mascara to my mom. Like, my mom loves anything that I don't want anymore. She's so cute.
Oh, yeah. This stuff sucks. It's the worst mascara I've ever had. I'm just going to give it to my mom. She loves all the shit that I don't want. She's so cute. What an asshole. There you go. Talks about her mom.
I literally can't. And who knows? The mascara might actually work good on her. It just did not work good on me. I don't know. I don't understand it.
See how she covered up there? She was quick to go, maybe it'll work on her. But she just finished saying it's the worst mascara she's ever used. So, no.
All right, you guys. I am making a plate for my first meal. So let's make it together.
Oh.
First things first is a cucumber.
We got talks about food. We'll see if she eats it. Because I've got eats food also.
Some carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, celery, Brussels sprouts, sweet mini pepper, scallion, cottage cheese, mustard, green olives with garlic, hard-boiled egg that I still have not deshelled, but I will, purple grapes, raspberries, dark chocolate blueberries, chicken sausage. Tell me that does not look like the most nutritious meal. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
If you're going to overeat on something, if it's vegetables, you can kind of do that. That's okay. But this is one meal, and I guarantee you the rest of the day she's eating like shit.
Okay, guys, so I did my live stream and it actually went pretty good. But before that, I actually filmed a whole TikTok of me eating my food.
Okay, I haven't really talked about this in the past, but the way she says food, I don't even know if I can say it, but is so fucking annoying. I hate it.
Food. I'm not sure if I want to post it or if I'm going to post it when I just post this vlog. I don't really know what I plan on doing, but I think I'm going to post it here.
So, wait, what? She made a TikTok of her just eating her food? So she's really just making feeder content now over on TikTok. Or just doing mukbangs, I guess.
Regardless of what I do, I am going to be posting it at the end of this vlog, so you'll see that after my oracle reading.
Oh, oracle reading. I'm real excited about the oracle reading.
Hello, new day, next day. I have had no time to vlog. I have spent the whole day busy. A really big part of that was this damn Let's Talk video. So it came out.
Busy. You know, just busy. No specifics other than just recording that one video. But yeah, I love how she's always like, I'm just so busy. I'm just doing things, you know, this and that. I'm always busy, you know.
To a whole hour, but like I edited it down to like 27 minutes. So it's finally now exporting to YouTube. I've just had a lot of other like odds and ends of things that I've needed to do. And
see, odds and ends, you know, like we all do, all those odds and ends. You would think that when she's busy, that would be a good time to vlog, that would be a good time to show what she's doing, rather than I was too busy to vlog. Because isn't she the one that said this is supposed to be about her life? And if she's busy, that's her life, right? In fact, I would think that's more of her life than just sitting in her apartment talking or eating.
It's just been hecticana.
Ew.
So I was in the middle of putting away my clothes, which, oh my god, this lace thing has a bunch of pills on it. I hate when that happens. But I was putting away some laundry and I was like, you know what? I should probably vlog. So I'm actually about to go to the dumpster because, like I said, I have trash valet, but there's something rewarding, satisfying about taking your own trash out. I know.
Okay, no. What's happening here is, if you will remember, Destiny and Beck, when they did their live stream, Destiny showed a text where Amberlynn was just saying, I need you to take out the trash because I can't do it.
I was trying to do the trash and Rarity got out.
Okay, real quick, and I hate to do like flashback inception here, but this reminded me that I found a clip of Amberlynn with Rarity. I want to show this to you real quick. Okay, this clip is from when Amberlynn is about to leave for Wisconsin to go see Emily. And she's showing that the cats are in their carriers, ready to be packed up for the trip.
For some reason, Rarity is freaking out, but Wasabi is like calm as a cucumber in there.
I think Rarity had a little final destination vision or something, because she did not want to go to Wisconsin.
He was outside for like 20 minutes in the pitch dark. I ended up getting her, but it's impossible to do the trash by yourself, so I didn't get it done. If it was just one bag, I could do it, but it's like 12 and I'm super overwhelmed.
So what Amberlynn is saying here and what she's trying to prove is that she is so much better now that she can just take her own trash out, even when she doesn't have to. Because she's got a trash valet, y'all. But I don't believe it. I believe if she's got a trash valet, she's using it.
I know a lot of people don't get it or understand, but I do. I used to not be able to cut a cucumber for 10 seconds without having to sit down. Like, I genuinely needed help with almost every single thing that existed in the world, and thankfully I do not have to deal with that anymore. So I think
Subconsciously, she's convincing herself, I don't really need to lose weight because I'm fine. I can do things so much better now than I could back then. And so what that's doing is giving herself permission not to lose weight, because she shouldn't be comparing herself to her highest weight. She should be comparing herself to what she could be if she lost 100 pounds and how much better she would feel then. Not how much better she feels now than she did.
things that like I once took for granted, like taking out the fucking trash. Now I love doing it. Things like folding clothes and putting away laundry, like love doing it. Standing there doing the dishes, also love doing it. And I don't say it in the sense of like, oh, I love doing it, it's my hobby, it's just like so fun. No, it's like I love being alive. I love life. I love the things that we get to experience as humans.
And notice that when she talks about the things we get to experience as humans, for her, it's taking out the trash, doing the dishes, things that she can do inside her apartment, because that's pretty much all she can do. Unfortunately, she will never be able to actually experience pretty cool stuff that we can experience as humans. Like, I don't know, walking around in Times Square, or even something like going on a cruise. She just won't be able to experience any of that.
Yes, life can be very hard and hectic and painful and heartbreaking. Yes, there's so much bad to the world, but there's also so much good. And I genuinely feel like I just took so much for granted and years ago in my life. So what I'm saying is, I love doing the dishes because I can. I love putting away my clothes because I can. I love mopping and sweeping because I can. Because there was once a time where I couldn't. Okay, guys, so
again, that was just completely in response to the text that Destiny and Beck showed on their live stream where she was talking about not being able to take out the trash. And it's working double time in also convincing herself that she doesn't really need to lose weight. She's fine.
I did some more cleaning, went to the dumpster, went to the package room. It is time for our weekly Amazon haul. First things first, I needed a new pair.
Amazon. If she goes to bingo and if she says supposedly, ooh, I thought this was going to be a pretty crappy card, but maybe not.
Of flats. So this is just the Amazon essential flats. These are the shoes that I wear. So
yeah,
I haven't.
That may be the most true statement she's ever said. Those are the shoes she wears. If she goes anywhere, if she is wearing shoes, they are those shoes. I still don't believe that she's not in any more pain than she says. She says she's not in any pain at all, but I imagine if she walks for 10 seconds, her feet start hurting.
An ice tray, but it's a little bit of a bigger one, but this is a miniature one. So it comes with 4 of these ice trays to make small little squares. And then you put the completed ice in this little plastic container, and then you have a scooper for the ice. Isn't that so cute? So I got new sheets and new pillowcases. So I'm gonna go with the emerald green sheets. Comes with the fitted sheet, regular sheet, 2 pillowcases. So I have quite a few pillows because I like a lot of pillows. So I got 2 extra pillowcases of the emerald green. I also got, which came in this really cool like folder, some silky.
That's an envelope, dear.
Real green pillowcases.
Pillowcases in an envelope?
Look how cute. So it comes with two. And then I also got a darker gray of these silky pillowcases, which also comes with two. And then two of the lighter grays of the silky pillowcases. Aren't they so cute? So I feel like that's gonna look really good. I love making over my bed. I just get tired of the same 3 sheets. Every week, I'll clean my sheets. I'll put on new ones.
Yeah, every week, I'm sure. Absolutely. Yep. Every Sunday is sheet cleaning day. Yeah, right. I bet she cleans her sheets once every 3 months.
But it's like, I want some silk. I want some new. I've been going through this like gray leopard, just an all gray, and then a black. So I'm like, you know what? I want to do emerald green. And then
Okay, so it's her money. She can do what she wants with it. But this just comes off as flaunting to me, right? Saying, I just got tired of the look of my bed. So I just decided to get all new sheets. Just because I like to, you know? And then she shows all these Legos that she buys, all this junk that she buys for no reason. Right now, of all times, it just feels really tone deaf because there are so many people struggling to make ends meet because the economy sucks, inflation is crazy, wages are completely stagnant, and she is coming on here being like, I'm just buying all this random shit because I can, you know? It's so fun to buy things. She just comes off as being an asshole, just showing how much overconsumption she's participating in. While a lot of her audience is probably struggling to afford the essentials, food and rent. I don't know. It just feels really tone deaf.
I also, in the same way that I get tired of using the same sheets over and over, I can't seem to find the perfect makeup case. Why do I want a perfect makeup case? Because sometimes putting on my makeup is a chore and I want to like go through a cute makeup case. So I might have found a new one. So I like this one.
See what I'm saying? Like, she has makeup cases. She probably has 10 makeup cases. And she just decided, I just want another one, you know? Just need lots of them. Just very braggadocious in how much she's buying, you know?
Because you can have all your makeup just like laid out like this. And then it also comes with this where I can put my eyebrow thingy-majigger, my eyeshadow brush, my foundation brush, things that usually make my makeup bag dirty, I'll be able to put in here. So
I still think it's strange that for somebody who doesn't travel, you know, that they don't need a case to like pack to take places. I just think it's weird that she uses a makeup bag or a makeup case. And there may be a legitimate reason for a lot of people. They just like using a bag or whatever. But for her, it's just the buying of the stuff. I think the most fun thing for her is just to buy more shit. Like, she doesn't need to use the makeup bags necessarily, but she just likes buying the makeup bags.
some new wax melts. I got April Fresh from the brand Febreze, and then I got the Gain Original Febreze one, and I got some more of the Happy Wax because I'm still giving them a go and still seeing which is my fave. I will say they are really expensive, which is kind of hecticana, but I got the Cherry Blossom, the Raspberry Rosé, and Cherry Vanilla. So I really like the aesthetic of black and white. As you guys can tell, that is very much what my apartment is like, and I still like that. But I'm sure you can tell I'm trying to add pops of pinks. So I got a new shower rug. The one that I have now is this exact one, but in black and white. And it says get naked, but I thought it would be cute for that pop of pink. And then I got two new.
So gross. But I don't know. Again, it just feels like she bought the exact same bath mat in a different color. And I reiterate, she can spend her money on whatever she wants. It's the bragging about it and showing everything she's buying and showing that she's buying so much frivolous crap, you know?
Dossier perfumes. So I got Aquatic Coconut. So this has like pink pepper, bergamot, and a little bit of lemon. Try it on this wrist. Ooh, I already smell that. It smells so fresh and so clean. Oh, I'm obsessed. And then the next one I got.
Oh, obsessed. There you go. Why does she keep buying perfumes? And there you go. It's this overconsumption. She has so many perfumes. And even as much as she wears them, they last a while. If she found 2 or 3 that she liked, she could use those for a long time. But it's just the buying. She just loves to buy things.
Which I'm really excited about. Aromatic Pineapple. Excuse me, I've never had a pineapple perfume and I love pineapple. So this one is bergamot.
And just FYI, it's bergamot, not bergamot.
Pineapple and like a ginger. Oh my God, that smells fancy. I was not expecting that. Like, this smells like one of my super expensive Versace's. What? This might be one of my favorite dossiers.
This smells like one of my really expensive ones that I have, guys. Versace, maybe you've heard of it. And is it dossier or dossier? I know that like the file that you give James Bond is called a dossier, but I don't know if that brand is pronounced differently than that or not. And just in case you were wondering, I Googled it and it is dossier. Both are dossier.
Hello, hello. So it is the next day. I'm filming my what I ate today video. So many people love a Torrid haul. So we have a Torrid haul and a try on that I'm gonna do. I know this video has been a lot of like hauling because I did the Amazon haul yesterday and I'm doing a Torrid haul now. I'm about to do a Lego haul in a minute. I'm gonna go to the packager.
Just look at all the shit I'm buying, you guys. Look at how much money I have to just throw away because I'm gonna buy all this shit. I'm gonna buy all these clothes, all this stuff from Amazon, and I'm going to use basically none of it. At least with the clothing, she's gonna wear a couple of the things a couple of times and that's it. But I don't know what else she would do with her videos if she didn't show herself buying stuff. You know, I guess just doing Lego and eating.
Room because I have a Lego that was delivered today that I am so fucking excited for. You guys have no idea. I'm going to let it sit in the box for a long time, probably weeks and weeks, because the anticipation of doing a Lego I'm super excited for feels just as good as doing it. I know it's crazy.
Hey, all you pores out there, how does this sound? I'm gonna buy $100 or more toy, and I'm not even gonna play with it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Lego is my passion, and I just cannot wait to show you guys this Lego. Anyways, let's get into the Torrid haul. I'm extremely hesitant about this because I do prefer darker colors, but sometimes I like to have something that's pretty, okay? And this color blue is gorgeous, and I love bows. I've always loved a bow. And polka dots, I used to really love polka dots, but it's kind of hit or miss now for me. And based on the material, it feels like it's gonna be a little tight.
But you know, since it's got these really thin straps, you know she's gonna be wearing that like lace or like mesh stuff underneath it. So the dress itself is fine, but it's just gonna look so weird because you know she can't show her arms, so she's gonna ruin it by putting something under it. It's not necessarily that there's something under it, it's just what she's putting under it.
I don't know. Speaking of polka dots, I got a black and white polka dot dress as well. This one has like a little tie in the front. The material of this is crazy. I didn't even realize it, but there's like 3 layers. There's this mesh thing, then there's like the underdress, and then there's actually this. So we'll see how comfortable that is. I love this color, and I love that it's just like a tank top because I love wearing mesh underneath. My fingers are crossed that this looks good because I actually genuinely love this color, and I love.
See? She said, I love wearing mesh underneath. It just looks so weird when she does it. I don't know if it's just like because she's always wearing black mesh, but it just looks weird.
Love the material. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this one. Look how stinking cute. So it's this navy blue with some gold suns and moons all over it. Oh my god. And it's super lightweight. Again, another one that I have high hopes over. Oh my god, I am so excited for this dress. So this is gonna be a little revealing for me. Depending on what type of mesh I actually wear underneath this, I might be revealing some skin underneath the boobage area, as you can see. But that's one of the things that actually drew me to this. This is just so beautiful. I love the lace up top. I love the little tie here. I love that it's a spaghetti strap. Oh my god, it's so cute. So I already know this dress is gonna fit me, and it's gonna fit me perfectly because I have this dress in multiple colors. I have it in black, I have it in like a maroon, I have it in a light mauve, and now I have it in a dark gray. With this dress, I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out what is the front and what is the back. It has cute lace up top, and then we just have a black dress that's just like a tank top. Love the material. All right, now let's get into the actual try on haul. All right, you guys, first things first is just the black dress, which I love how this looks on me. Keep in mind all of the.
So this isn't bad. The black with the black isn't bad.
These dresses are size 4. This I like, it's decent. I do enjoy the color. So I am gonna notice further as we go. Some of these will look better on me once I lose a little bit more weight and I'm not as swollen, but you guys look at how cute this is.
Oh my god. She really just said, some of these will look better on me when I lose a little bit more weight and I'm not as swollen. If she hasn't learned by now that she cannot rely on herself losing weight to make her clothes fit, she's hopeless. You know, if this was like her first, second, third, 10th try, then we could kind of say maybe this time, you know? But she should know by now not to get clothes that are going to fit when she loses weight. The fact that she can be so nonchalant when she says, you know, when I lose some weight, it's going to fit fine. Girl, you're not going to lose weight. You're just not. You need to be realistic. You need to get clothes that fit you. And if they're too tight, you need to return them and get a larger size that fits you. I mean, the fact that you are saying, when I lose some weight, like it's bound to happen, it's going to fit fine, is delusional.
I genuinely was not expecting, did I say genuinely right? Probably not. I genuinely was not expecting to like it so much. So adorable. Love the color.
This would be okay with like a different color undershirt or under something, but that black just looks so weird with it. Not to mention the hard clashing patterns, like all the little flowery doodahs and the mesh stuff, and then the polka dots. That is just not meant to be that close together.
Love the way it fits. I personally love mixing materials and patterns. So I think the mesh looks really cute with the polka dots. I do not really care for like all the extras though, like all that stuff, but it's fine. So this next one, a little too tight. That's just how it goes sometimes. I don't like the way my butt looks in it, and that's okay. I think it's super adorable. And again, as I become less swollen, lose more weight, continue on my weight loss journey, it will get better.
Continue on my weight loss journey. She is absolutely delusional. How many pieces of clothing does she have in her closet that were supposed to fit once she lost some weight? And the fact that she just has not and cannot come to grips with the fact that there is just no such thing as an Amberlynn Reid weight loss journey shows that she is so far gone. Just the nonchalance of the way she said, my weight loss journey. Girl, on your weight loss journey, you have gained like 250 pounds. And if there had ever been some like little ray of hope, right? Little sign that you are capable of changing your lifestyle and making the right choices long term, then maybe we could say, yeah, that journey, it hasn't worked yet, but maybe one day, but it's not going to work. You are not capable of actually going on a weight loss journey. At this point, it's just not possible.
Same goes for this. She is tight, but she is cute. They have so much potential. I feel like this Torrid haul has been one of the best ones I've ever had, if ever, probably might be the best one I've ever done, ever. So I'm very happy with all these. Here comes the other polka dot one. So I do like this one. I do.
So this is probably the best outfit she may have ever gotten on Torrid, or best dress or whatever. This actually looks pretty good on her. It covers her arms the way she likes. She doesn't have to add any mesh and other crap with it. It fits her well. This is what she should be going with. She said she likes it, but watch her come up with some reason she's not going to wear it.
Okay, but the only thing is all of the damn extras underneath. Why? I don't need it. She doesn't need to be there. How can I make it go away? Can I just cut it up? Someone needs to tell me, because I'm not a seamstress over here. Never even been to one. And then this last one, she cute, but I don't know. I don't care for the back, but I love the front of it. It does show a lot of cleave, though. I'm not gonna lie about it. A lot. But like the lace in the front, and I love like the V cut. I don't have anything like that. So I love that part. It's super, super cute. So yay for a good Torrid haul.
So the back was pretty open, but her hair is so long, and if she ever goes out in public, she always has her hair down. And most of it is in the front, where she's covering up herself. But there's always some in the back. So, I mean, the back really doesn't matter because it would be covered up mostly with hair anyway. And do you see what I see?
You guys, my new Legos in here. I have so many Legos that I haven't even completed, but I had to have this one. And it makes me so happy that I have it now. So in the past, when I've ordered from Lego, like they would take forever to ship to me, but this took literally 3 days.
I love that she rips up the tape and the packaging right next to the phone, so it's extra loud.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. If you guys know anything about me, ever since I was a little girl, I have been obsessed with dinosaurs.
Oh, you guys know me. I'm going to count that.
I have been obsessed with dinosaurs. The Jurassic Park franchise.
So I have a repeat of another bingo square, because she said obsessed earlier.
Is literally my actual favorite. I love a dino. I genuinely actually want a dinosaur to be my first tattoo. Random fact. So I got the Tyrannosaurus.
I mean, if you're going to get a tattoo, you better hurry, because at this rate, it's not going to be long until you can't get to the tattoo shop to get a tattoo. So she even said back in 2017 that getting a tattoo was on her bucket list.
Number 3 is get a tattoo. I love tattoos. It's such a great way to do self-expression on yourself. There are so many tattoos I think are so awesome and beautiful and amazing, and I want all of them. I'm super wimpy when it comes to needles, which is shocking because I used to have snake bites, got my nose pierced, ears pierced, but I am very much afraid of needles. So I think that is what has stopped me from getting tattoos, and also the fact that tattoos are pretty permanent unless you want to go through a very painful process to get it covered up. I don't really know what I want my first tattoo to be, but I do want it to be something that means something to me. I'm thinking more so like a quote, and I want to get it somewhere around my arm where it's very visible.
She could do it right now. Like, she could literally just walk out the door, have her mom drive her to a tattoo parlor, and just get one right now. And of course, she said that she's scared of needles. And I think if you ask her now, she would say that needles give her anxiety. But yeah, nobody likes needles being stuck in them. But, you know, it's not that bad. I mean, I have several. I've got this guy. Got that one. Some places are a little bit more tender than others, but your arm is not that bad, you know? I don't know. I just don't think she's ever going to get one. And I don't think it's really because she's afraid of needles. I just think she doesn't want to commit to anything permanent.
I got the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes, I did.
Is it Tyrannosaurus or Tyrannosaurus? So this might be a little nitpicky, but she did say she is a dino girly, right? She's obsessed and always has been. So she really loves the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right?
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I know it's a little nitpicky, but I don't care.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes, I did. Look how freaking beautiful. I'm so excited to actually start this, but I'm not going to start it for weeks.
Again, flaunting her money and flaunting what she's buying. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to see how much this was. Okay, so that Lego is $250. And she even said she's not really going to do it. She's going to just leave it in the box for a while. One more time, just to reiterate, she can spend her money on whatever she wants, but it's just the flaunting, right? It's just the talking about it and showing it off, especially right now, is just so tone deaf. But she doesn't care, right? She doesn't even have a thought for anybody else. It never even crosses her mind, like, maybe I shouldn't constantly talk about how much money I spend to an audience who likely contains a pretty big percentage of people who are struggling to make ends meet. She doesn't care.
Really start this, but I'm not going to start it for weeks. I want to get some of the ones done that I've had for a while. Plus, like I said, the anticipation feels just as good to me. So I've actually had a lot of people ask me, like, what has been my favorite Lego that I've ever built? I'm telling you, I've built hundreds, but there is a few that...
Built hundreds. Also, there are a few. And they are not cheap. Even the off-brand ones are cheaper, but they're still not cheap. And this is kind of proof that this is just what she does all day. Sits around and does Lego and eats.
Are up there as my top. Definitely the huge Titanic, duh. The Mario Nintendo is way up there as well. And I don't know what it was, but also the Home Alone house. I love doing houses or like buildings in general. I have a feeling this dinosaur right here is gonna be in my top favorites as well. All right, you guys, so I'm filming my What I Ate Today video. And just while I'm sitting here eating, I'm eating veggies, a little bit of cottage cheese, mustard, and some chicken sausage. But while I'm sitting down and thinking about it, I wanna talk about...
Eats food.
Katy Perry going to space. Going to space. Oh my God, I literally can't with this whole situation. It's so weird and...
So if you don't know what she's talking about, I'm sure you do by now, but Katy Perry and a few other women became astronauts, sort of. And they went to space, and it all looks a little fishy. So this is the crew, right? Here's Katy Perry. Here's Gayle King. I don't know who these other people are, and I really don't care. It's a publicity stunt, right? But look at the outfits that they're wearing, right? They're very scientific astronaut uniforms. And then look at this. This is from Nickelodeon's The Thunderman's Return. Look familiar? I just thought that was funny. Yeah, there's a lot to be skeptical about with this. I'm not going to go into like all the details and stuff. And the video from it is a little weird and stuff. So I'm assuming that's what she's going to say.
Eerie to me. What's weird and eerie to me is like, It didn't happen. It literally didn't happen. It's fake, literally capital Fake. Katy Perry was not in space.
So we know Amberlynn has said
The moon landing didn't happen.
so she buys into these things all the time, but this one is a little fishy. I will give her that. It's a little off, you know?
There's a clip. This is so funny, but also really embarrassing. When they landed, someone from the inside just easily opened the door. Like, the door was like literally toy made. It looked lighter than ever. Like, it's harder for me to open my refrigerator door compared to how easy it was for them to open that door, where supposedly they were in space.
Oh, supposedly. Oh, I'm getting close, you guys.
I can't. And then since that mistake happened, there was a woman who tried to like...
I'm surprised she put this clip in here. She actually did the work to find the clip and edit it into the video. Okay. But yeah, that is a funny clip.
They were in space. I can't. And then since that mistake
look,
happened,
the door's just kind of hanging open.
Like, get in front of it and hide it. So fucking dumb. And then they come in with their crowbar trying to like yank the door open. I'm like, this has to be like a joke. Like, this has to be a social experiment. Like, I just don't understand. So my question is, why are you faking it? Like, I'm sorry, the clips of her like in space, she's literally just staring at the camera with a flower in her hand. Bro, if I was in space, I'd be looking out into space.
Now, she does hold the daisy up to the camera, and she holds a couple things up to the camera, but all of them do. Like, one of them is from the Bahamas, and she shows a Bahamas flag. So they all do that. And just for a minute or two, if you watch the whole video, they're all looking out the window, and every once in a while they'll look at the camera, but it's not the whole time.
Not holding a freaking flower going like this to the camera. Like, the whole thing is so weird. I don't know. I'm very much a big conspiracy theorist, especially when it's stuff about space. I genuinely believe half of the time these astronauts are not in space, and I know a lot of people come for me for it, but I'm not the only person in the world that thinks this. Like, hundreds of thousands of people think this. And it's
just because a bunch of people believe something doesn't mean it's worth believing. There are a lot of people that believe vaccines cause autism, and that's just not true. So that's a stupid reason to believe something. And it's sort of understandable to have the idea, like, why did we go to the moon basically once and then just never go again? And if you stop there, then you can be like, oh man, maybe it was fake. But the reason is because at the time we were in a competition with Russia and China. We were trying to show that we were like the top dogs in the world, right? And we won. Well, after that, it's really hard to get funding for space travel because there's no return. You don't get your money back, right? You're just dumping money into going into space, and there's nothing to pay you back. Unless you like sell tickets, which, you know, that's starting to be a thing. Richard Branson and Elon and all them taking people up into space for a price. But the whole point of NASA and space travel and exploration and stuff was just for the betterment of mankind. But that doesn't pay the bills. There's no return on investment in the betterment of mankind or pushing us into the future. So the only way to really fund something that massive would be through the government. But obviously, politicians just don't see the value in that because the lobbyists don't see a value in that. They're only going to invest into what they can make money on, right? That's the whole point. So instead of space travel, they focused, and I say they, I mean like just investors, people with the money, invested into telecommunications and internet and just something that can make them money, right? And mostly research into how to make people look at a screen longer. The most brilliant minds of ours and any generation are spent figuring out how to keep your eyeballs on a screen because advertising is where the money is. That's it. The people that work at Google, the people that work at Facebook, all the smartest people on earth, their goal and their entire life's work will be trying to figure out a way to keep your eyes on your screen for as long as possible. Creating all these algorithms and, targeted ads and things like that are being done by the most brilliant people on earth. So talk about a waste of talent. So it all comes down to money. That's why we never went to the moon again. Because it really doesn't pay to go to the moon. Now, if they found something on the moon that was worth some money, some sort of precious mineral or something like that, you better believe we would be on the moon the next day. But there's no monetary gain from going to the moon right now.
It's genuinely okay to have a different opinion than other people, even if the opinion is wrong. So if I'm wrong, oh well. But this whole Katy Perry thing,
That's kind of a weird attitude to have. If I'm wrong, then oh well. You know, I think she just believes the conspiracy theories, or says she does, because she thinks it makes her quirky and interesting. But it just makes her look stupid, honestly.
poor wee child boy. I gotta get him out. I genuinely have never lived in a place, come here baby, where they had so many fire alarms. It's okay. Twinkie and Wasabi were so scared. It's okay. It's like the craziest timing because we have like a horrible thunderstorm happening and then all of a sudden the fire alarm started going off. I'll probably get an email of why that happens. It's usually because there's an actual fire. I mean, I've lived here for 1.5 years and it's happened like 5 times since I've been here. It's all just like a crazy coincidence and crazy timing because I was literally about to get in the shower. I can't even imagine mid-shower having to get.
Oh, I don't have mentioned shower, but she really just has to try to convince, like, I think one of her biggest obsessions is trying to convince people that she showers more than she does. That is so weird. And obviously Amber does it because there are rumors that she doesn't take showers, but it is constant. She is always talking about either just getting in the shower or just getting out of the shower or about to take a shower or whatever.
Get out, all soapy. Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna shower. Let's hope it doesn't go off again. I'm sure a lot of people experience days where they just feel off. That is literally me right now. Update, there has not been another
And now she's got her wet hair, you guys. She was definitely in the shower, for sure.
fire alarm, but we did get an email as per usual to say like,
And she's still got her choker on, assuming that she showered, which that would assume that she either never takes her choker off or right when she got out of the shower, the first thing she did was put her choker on.
what happened? So I guess the storm was so bad that it like messed with the emergency signal in the elevator. That's what happened there. I'm just happy to know that no fires, everyone's safe, no one was stuck on the elevator because that would have sucked big time. Like, can you imagine me stuck on the elevator? Like, I can't. Every time we go in the elevator, like, I'm genuinely so afraid that the door's gonna shut and then the leash is gonna get like caught in the door. If you know, you know. Like, I have the most like irrational fears that like genuinely don't even make sense. Like, I live in a state of paranoia. Like, I'm genuinely paranoid about.
So this is what I'm talking about when I say she just feels normal feelings that everybody feels and then acts like they are so extreme that she can't function. So you've got a fire alarm, so already your senses are heightened, right? You're kind of in fight or flight, or just at least you're nervous, right? Your nerves are on edge. And then you've got a 500, 600-pound woman trying to get on an elevator, and anybody her size is always going to be nervous about getting on an elevator. It would just make sense. Of course they are. And then you add the fire alarm on top of that, and that's pretty nerve-wracking. Getting on an elevator with a bunch of people during a fire alarm at 550 pounds or whatever she is. And then, of course, if you've got a dog on a leash and you're trying to get her in to the elevator, it's going to cross your mind like, oh my gosh, I hope the door doesn't close. Like, this is just normal, especially during a fire alarm. But she acts like it affects her life so much that she just can't function. Like, it actually affects her. But she got on the elevator, right? She didn't have a panic attack. She was able to do it. I think she is convinced that these ideas and feelings that she has are unique to her, but they're just not.
About the craziest things, and I have the most anxiety and worry about the craziest things, like very bad contamination anxiety. Like, people used to come for me because, like, obviously I clean the litter box, but I would change it monthly. Like, I would get a whole new one. Like, I just do a normal litter box that you can find in any store, and people were like,
no, that's not it. In fact, this is a little bit of Duper's Delight, I think. So if you've got Duper's Delight, I think this counts because she's telling a lie right now. And basically what happened is, by all accounts, right, Destiny and Beck and everything have said she just never changed the litter box. She would let it get to the point where it was just out of control, and then she would just throw the whole thing away and buy a new one.
Like, that is such a waste, that's so much plastic, and like, you're right. Like, I want to do as many good things as I can for the earth. I'm not perfect. It's just like random things like that I'm trying to improve on. But like, I only would get a new litter box monthly because I had like contamination issues. My brain would like tell me that the plastic of the litter box was contaminated. Like, I know that's not true. And I know that was my brain lying to me in the same way of like, I'm getting rid of all my kitchen stuff because my brain's telling me, oh, you've had it for years and years, so you have to get new. It makes no sense. It's not logical.
If you've had kitchen stuff for years and years and years, it kind of makes sense to get new stuff, right? You don't have to, but you can. But she has to make it seem like it's some sort of mental health issue. She makes everything a mental health issue.
A lot of my paranoias aren't logical, they aren't rational, none of it makes sense. It's exhausting, but I do want to start being a little bit more open about stuff like that because I really do feel like I live a separate life. There are so many things that like I deal with on a daily basis that are good and bad or whatever, and like I never talk about any of these things, and it's not like a bad thing to talk about these things. Like, yes, people will judge you, people will say harsh things, but that's genuinely been my life on YouTube regardless. Like, people are gonna say harsh things no matter what it's about. Might as well be myself. I feel like sometimes I'm playing.
Well, it's because you're just making this shit up. You know, I don't doubt that she has some kind of personality disorder, probably a mix of BPD and NPD, but she has a history of diagnosing herself with all kinds of stuff. It's not that people come for you because they think you're weird or because of the phobias or because of the mental health issues. It's because you're making it up. You're lying.
I'm a character on YouTube. I feel like in real life, I'm perceived differently. Very differently, actually, especially as like time goes on and as I get older. Like, so many people online like think I'm just this awful person, and there's just no way to prove that like that's genuinely not the case. I have made some fucking mistakes that I regret wholeheartedly, and
I would love to know what those mistakes are. And I would guarantee you, if you asked her, if you said, hey, what are the mistakes that you've made? It would be being controlling and being manipulative. And both of those things she can blame on her BPD, you know? So until she learns to take real accountability, I'm not going to buy any of this shit. I don't believe for a second that she has mistakes that she regrets or anything.
many times I wish I can go back, like genuinely go back in time and just like not do those things because I have so much remorse and guilt and I feel ashamed. I have been the problem in so many cases where it's like so many times you just wanted to be loved, and it's like you grew up in this like traumatic childhood, so that's what you knew. That's all you knew. You didn't know like real love. You didn't know how to behave like a quote unquote normal person, and it's like being molded around such toxicity. I didn't know any better.
So yeah, she says, I didn't know any better. Even when she's trying to admit that she's done some things that are bad, even when she's trying to say, I have some regrets, she still makes excuses.
And it just sucks because like, as I got older, I should have been more coherent in the fact of like, Amberlynn, like toxicity doesn't have to be normal. Like, okay, that was your childhood, that was your teenagehood, that was your young adulthood, in situations where, you know, maybe it couldn't have been controlled, but you are now in control. I don't know. I just hold a lot of shame, a lot of regret, wanting to be better, wiser, stronger, kinder in situations where it's like all I wanted was love, but I didn't know how to.
See, even when she's trying to explain or express remorse and guilt, it's still playing the victim. I did some things I regret, and I did them because I just wanted to be loved, and I just never felt love when I was a child. She cannot bring herself to just say, I did something wrong. She has to explain it, and she has to turn it into some way to play the victim.
In situations where it's like all I wanted was love, but I didn't know how to show that, so I did the opposite. It makes no sense, and my brain makes no sense.
So she's saying, I regret these things that I did. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but the reason I did them is because I just wanted to be loved, which is also kind of shitting on Mamalynn again, as usual. And then saying, I just didn't know how to show that I needed love. And that's why I did these things. She just cannot take accountability at all. And the worst part is she really thinks in this moment, she is being so transparent and so forthcoming, talking about how she regrets things and she feels so much guilt, you know, but it's really for herself because of her lost childhood and because she couldn't help it.
All right, guys, it is the next day. I'm with my mom and my friend, and I'm wearing my new dress.
Her mom and her friend. Do you think we're going to see the friend? Also, no. So this is what I'm talking about. The black mesh with this dress, it just doesn't look right. And I can't tell you why, because I'm not, you know, an expert on fashion or anything, but just when you look at it, it just doesn't look right.
So the bows, I didn't even realize it at the time. They're pockets. Isn't that so cute? And then I did my makeup to match with my dress, and I'm wearing my gems.
She's got face gems. I don't have it, but if you've got face gems, we actually have real face gems this time. It's not glitter.
Both of us. You're cutting my head out.
Is that better?
Here. Yeah. I got these pickle balls.
My mom wants me to try these pickle balls.
They're pickle balls.
So they're corn puffs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you can have
Mamalynn. She really is an enabler. So all these times that Amberlynn is like, my mom wanted me to try XYZ, she might be telling the truth. Mamalynn might actually be an enabler. If they went as a pair to Dr. Now, he would tell her mom, you need to stop. You are an enabler. Oh, man. It's either that or Amberlynn wanted to try these things and wanted to talk about them on her show, you know, and talked Mamalynn into acting like it was her idea. But I just don't see that being the case. I think that's reaching a little bit. So I think Mamalynn is just an enabler.
have 46 of them for 150 calories.
Dang.
So I just bag up 10 of them and take it with me with my lunch at work. You are going to be amazed. You ready? You can't just have one.
Is it like Lay's? You can't just have one?
They're good.
Look at, oh my gosh, look at that face. How does her mom not see this is a problem? When her daughter has this reaction at 500 plus pounds to food, this is the equivalent of a mom sitting with her daughter, knowing she's a crack addict, and just going, you got to try this new crack. It's so good. See, this should be alarming to Mamalynn.
Wow. That's bomb.
Are they amazing?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, Amber just put balls in her mouth.
Mom!
All right. That was funny, Mamalynn, but that still doesn't absolve you of your responsibility to your daughter being an enabler. Stop it. But that was pretty funny. I'll give her that. She said that's bomb. Do you think that should count as that hits or that slaps? I mean, that's close, but I don't think so. Maybe I'll add that's bomb later, but dang, that was close.
Not one, but two.
I can't. So, they're the texture of like regular cheese balls, but
10 out of 10.
they taste like they were soaked in literally pickle juice. It's so good.
Okay, if you have 10 out of 10 recommend, I will give it to you, even though it was Mamalynn that said it, because it was in Amberlynn's video. So 10 out of 10 recommend, I'll give it to you. If you've got it, dob it.
Dill pickle.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Where'd you get them?
it's a new 5 and Below by my house. They're $4 a bag, though.
Five Below.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good.
Aren't they amazing? And they're not bad in calories. 40.
I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, 46 pieces or whatever for 150 calories isn't terrible. You know, it's not bad. But stop introducing things to your daughter. She doesn't need any more stuff to eat.
46 of these is a lot.
You should have my friend try them. My mom. My mom's like, nope, all for me, folks.
They're so good. Aren't they good? Mm-hmm. All right. Look, I brought a rubber band this quick.
A rubber band?
I did.
I mean, it works.
I'm going to get judged on this.
Why are you gonna judge?
Look.
I think that's pretty smart. I mean, it's a little wonky, but I'll take it.
That looks like someone's hair.
Oh, it looks like, oh my gosh, I was just about to say, it looks just like the bun that she had the other day. This is what I was going to say. She put this in here, not me. That's so weird. I was just about to say it looked like that.
Can't stand. My bag's not closed up, though. After, like Steven, he never.
He doesn't close the bags?
No. He doesn't care. He'll eat them like the next day.
Even if they're stale?
I don't know.
All right, Steven's weird, guys. I don't like this guy. He's got kind of feeder vibes, and he doesn't seal his bags after he doesn't put chip clips on them or anything. Like, I don't know. He's weird. I don't like him.
Yeah, those
I
are
got
good.
chip clips and everything. They just didn't seem
Clips.
to.
We're on our way to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but this is the Panda Express logo. So I guess they just ate there because it looks like they're getting ready to leave. So it looks like they just ate there.
Christian music. I got white rice, kung pao chicken.
Or they were driving 15 feet behind them. That's weird. Unless maybe they ate first and then recorded that. I don't know.
And pot stickers. My mom's obsessed with their shrimp. Is it good? All right, fortune time. I got, tonight you'll be in the spotlight.
Amberlynn's gonna do spinning wig.
Am I here just spinning wig?
No, she get it. Spotlight. No, she's gonna be witness. She's gonna go sit up on stage all night.
Hang on.
Am I here just spinning wig?
No, she get it. Spotlight. No, she's gonna be witness. She's gonna go sit up on stage all night.
Can you imagine?
That's a different voice. There's a third voice.
The bigger the fupa, the sweeter the chalupa.
My friend showing us a Taco Bell hat she saw on Facebook. There is another person there.
The bigger the fupa, the sweeter the chalupa.
And she sounds kind of familiar. But here's the thing. It's never that simple, right? It could be that she is telling the truth, that she just has this friend that goes to like bingo with them or whatever, which hopefully they go to bingo because that'll give me a bingo. But I don't know, man. There's got to be more to it than that, because Amber doesn't just tell the truth about stuff, right? There's always something else going on in the background. So I don't know who this person is, but she sounds kind of familiar.
Me?
Can you read mine, Amber? I'm blind.
Sure.
Okay, read mine. Oh gosh.
Don't panic.
Is that what it says? Just don't panic?
Read yours.
Does it really? That's it? Yes. It really does. Love conquers all obstacles, whatever. Damn, that's I know, right? Don't.
That sounds so familiar.
Yes. It really does. Love conquers all obstacles, whatever. Damn, that's I know, right? Don't panic. What are you doing?
I don't know. Let me know if you can tell what voice that is, because it sounds familiar to me.
What are you doing?
What are those?
You don't like them?
No, actually, I love them. Your whole outfit is so cozy.
My boss gave me these.
They're
She's a lot
cute.
older than I am.
I just realized she said it's Keat. I hope she doesn't bring that back.
I'm warm.
Are you?
Yeah.
Bingo! Now let's see if we can go for a bingo bango. I will need a lot of things. I'll need at least two in every direction, basically. So I don't think I'm gonna get a bingo bango, but hey, at least we got a bingo this time.
You have to fuck me. So, Jelly Roll lost 200 pounds, right?
Yeah, I know that. What do you think it did?
I don't know, maybe it was Ozempic, but guess what? He went from Jelly Roll to Jam Toast. Thank you, I come here often.
That's not the saying. It's thank you, I'll be here all week. She really just can't get anything right. But I don't think that was very funny. But you know what? Comedy is subjective. So.
Amber, did you put balls in your mouth today?
Yes, I did.
Were they yummy?
Give me the phone. Mom, you're being hecticana.
Ew.
What are you doing, Amber?
I will give Mamalynn some credit there. That was pretty funny. But it still doesn't excuse her. But it still doesn't excuse her behavior.
Doing this for Steven, fixing it.
Fixing what?
Putting it in order.
Oh.
So it's all, you know.
You still using the cheat sheet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I don't want to get it wrong. And then it's this red guy. I like to take the staple out just so it's ready.
Your shirt or dress is really cute.
Oh, thank you. What do you like about it? Because it's like I'm finally wearing
Because
color.
it's not
I knew it, but I still added mine.
So a couple of things here. Number one, I am guessing that Mamalynn was just talking about the dress itself. Because I just don't think anybody can look at the entire outfit and go, yeah, that looks good. Because it's just so weird. It just looks weird. Anyway, and I like that Amber said, what do you like about it? And I think what she was getting at, because she said, is it because it's not black? But I don't know. It still comes off as like, what do you like about it? Tell me more. You know? I don't know. But no, it is not a great look.
I feel like I'm being paparazzi.
I don't think paparazzi'd is a word. I don't think you can use paparazzi as a verb. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have never heard paparazzi'd.
Home safe and sound. It's pouring, it's flooding everywhere. Like we have flood warnings and it's genuinely scary. So I had such a freaking good time. I actually met my friend's friend and literally it felt like I knew her forever. Like,
so there were storms this past weekend in Oklahoma. I don't remember hearing anything about flooding. I did hear some stuff about like some tornadoes that were supposed to be coming through. Of course, I'm not in Oklahoma City. I'm a couple hours away from Oklahoma City, so I don't know. But there were definitely storms. But she has met a friend's friend now. So she's just Little Miss Popular. Isn't that fun?
Like, we just jived so well, and it was so sweet. Her friend made a 3D, like, lucky cat, and she gave it to me. And on top of that, like, she was just so sweet. I can't. She has these, like, little charms for when, you know, you need one more number. So you put this on top of your number that you need. And then she got this where it says, oh shit. Because sometimes you got the wrong number. It happens. I've done it a couple times. We all have, even my mom, who's like a pro. So when that happens, you could just set this over the number so you know, like, okay, yeah, this is daubed, but that's actually not a number that has been called. So it's so cute. I thought her friend was so sweet. And then me and my mom all night were literally.
Okay, I don't know, man. There's just something fishy about, I met my friend's friend, and look at all the shit that she gave me. Look at all the toys that she gave me. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And it's probably just because Amber has lied about so much for so long that it's hard to believe anything she says. And she could very well be telling the entire truth here, that she has this friend at bingo, and then she met that friend's friend and just happened to give her a bunch of stuff. But something about that just is weird to me. I met this person's friend and they gave me all these little toys. Do you think the friend is Amber's new caretaker? I think she might be. That girl sounded way too young to just be going to bingo by herself, you know? Because at one point, Amber said that she met this girl at bingo. Like, they became bingo friends because that's where they met. So I think that is the new caretaker. Whoever she is, I think that's her new caretaker.
Really taking secret Snapchat photos of each other and videos, and it was just so cute. So my mom was telling my friend, which by the way, a lot of people are like, how old's Amberlynn's friend? Like, I don't understand. We're the same age. But my mom, she loves to tell like certain.
So yeah, the fact that they're the same age, that's a little weird, because I just don't see somebody her age just going to bingo by herself unless she's going to meet Amber because she's her girlfriend.
And stories from my childhood, and one of them was on Thanksgiving where they put a Thanksgiving turkey inside of the fridge, and I was recording my mom telling my friend this story with the Snapchat filter, and I'll let you hear the story yourself. Here it is.
Had in there, Amber took the big huge coat off the blanket and dragged it. You know, it's big, she's little. Right. Makes it out in front of the refrigerator, and we're like, what are you doing? And she lays down, and she said, I'm babysitting the big chicken.
Yeah, that was just really funny. She loves to tell that story. So me and my mom.
Again, comedy is subjective. And I guess if you saw a child do that, it would be pretty cute and kind of funny, but it wasn't funny, you know? It wasn't like cackle, lose your mind funny, but it was about Amberlynn. You know, she loves to hear stories about herself. Those are funny.
Mom, we act a lot like friends. That's just how it goes. And we like to joke around with each other a lot.
And I'm suing you.
Why are you suing me?
Because you filmed me without me knowing, and you sent it to somebody.
If anyone's curious, my mom was just joking. That's our personality, and we like to joke around.
Yeah, obviously. Does she really think anybody would believe that Mamalynn was saying she was really suing her? Like, come on.
And I wanted to put that in there, but then I was like, oh my God, people are going to think like my mom hates me. That's what a lot of people think. It's so weird. But no, we just jive that way, and we just have fun teasing each other all day long. Anyways, I just had a fantastic day and night. If you live in Oklahoma, I hope that you are staying safe from these floods and this weather. It has been crazy out of hand.
Yeah, I remember when everybody kind of had this idea that Mamalynn was tired of Amber or something, because I guess she blocked her on Facebook or something, I don't know, or took her off her friends list or something. I didn't really know what to think of that. I thought it was strange, and I could see them having some kind of falling out, or Mamalynn just getting to the point where she's like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this girl. But I think Mamalynn is going to kind of fight through a lot of that, the annoyance and stuff, because of all the guilt that she has. And so I think she will put up with Amberlynn a lot more than most people, because she feels like she owes Amberlynn a lot.
All right, you guys, weekly Lego update. This is what I was building. Remember when I asked you guys, because you only saw some of this little...
I knew it was a Switch, some kind of Switch something. That looks like a Mario thing. Because I remember when she like showed the base of it, I remember seeing the blue and the red, and I was like, oh, that's probably something to do with the Switch. So, yeah.
Bottom part. It's like a 3D Switch of Mario. Isn't that so...
I'm sorry, but that's not Mario. This is not Lego, right? This is an off-brand thing. It has to be. Because that's not Mario. And these question marks are not correct. The Goomba is the wrong shape. The face is about right. And the pipe here, the warp pipe, is kind of squarish instead of round. It's like Timu Mario, you know? It's not and I guess these are supposed to be the coins. And of course, Mario coins don't have a hole in the middle. And who is this? I guess this is kind of supposed to be Princess Peach, but obviously not. But yeah, no, this is like clearly not Lego. Lego has their own Mario line that is obviously Mario.
Oh, freaking adorable. The pieces are itty bitty. So I genuinely loved doing this one. It was so cute and it's so creative.
I mean, yeah, the people that designed it were creative, but just following instructions and putting pieces where they're supposed to go isn't what I would call creative. I mean, I guess you are technically creating something, but it's somebody else's design.
And then, not only did I do that, I did this. So this is a motel. I have done this brand before, and I
This is what she does all day, folks. This is her life.
genuinely, thoroughly love it. So when I went to move this whole part completely fell off and toppled over, and I had to rebuild the whole thing. It was genuinely horrific. So with this one, we have
How does she find the time?
a car, we have a little motorcycle, and I wish I could show you the inside. I mean, we kind of can. There's like a bed and there's tables. Down here, there's a whole pool table and everything. So I actually just took off the top for you guys. It was pretty easy. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Isn't that cool? Like a pool table, a little bar type deal. So yeah. So if anyone's wondering, this is the brand for the...
Yeah, see, it's not Lego. I mean, it was pretty obvious that it wasn't Lego, but it was really off-brand because that is not anywhere near Mario. They couldn't even put a red hat on him. They were like, nah, we don't want to get too close to Mario. We don't want to incur the wrath of Nintendo.
The Switch. And the brand for the motel is Funhole, which is one of my most favorite brands. After only doing 2 large Legos of it, like it genuinely is the closest to the actual Lego brand. And then what I'm working on now, this is all I have done. And it is a secret, so we'll see next week if I finish it or not. All right, guys, it is time for my weekly general
Oh, good. Oracle. Cool.
Oracle reading. Today's decks are What's the Vibe, The Journey, and Shine from the Inside. So I'm not going to show my shuffling. I shuffle each one for probably about a minute, but you guys will only see the one shuffle where the universe is telling me to pick the card. Oh, okay. That one flew out. All right. So
Well, did it or did she just throw it out? Hold on, let's see.
oh,
Yeah, she just kind of threw it down.
flew out. All right. So the first one is time, delay, procrastination, too busy. Wow. I get this one.
So I can see procrastination, delay and procrastination, but too busy, not a chance.
I get this one frequently. Be open. Open your eyes, your mind, and your heart to let possibilities flow in. This requires accepting the way things are, observing objectively, as judgment only constricts and closes us off. When you feel yourself judging or trying to control things, practice relaxing and returning to a space of neutral observation and acceptance. As you allow the world to seep in, you'll see things from a higher perspective, patterns that weren't visible before, and opportunities that wouldn't have existed if you were closed off. Open yourself and watch how life opens with you. If you open your hand, you may receive everything. And then for this one, which...
It's just generic, vague platitudes. Be open, because you never know. If you open your hand, you might receive everything. And honestly, it feels like to me that she is using these oracle cards in place of therapy. She hasn't talked about therapy in a while, and I don't think she's going at all. And I think it's because she feels like she's getting something out of these oracle cards. But the problem is, most of the time, these oracle cards are just reinforcing her already narcissistic worldview.
Flew out. Awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Stop allowing others' opinions
Be true to you. Be your authentic self.
to define your worth and be true to you. When you stop giving a shit about what other people think, you're free. Take off your people-pleasing masks and allow your authentic self to shine. How would you show up if you didn't care what other people think of you? How would you dress? Style your hair? What unique sparkle magic have you been hiding from the world because you're afraid of standing out? It's time to awaken your authentic self and be true to you by saying no.
Well, given her outfits, I would say she is not afraid to stand out at all. Of course, I guess she thinks it looks good, so whatever.
You mean no, wearing what feels fabulous for you, making choices from the heart, or even piercing your nose because you think it looks cool, just go for it. I have 2 nose piercings. Okay, so what I feel like the universe is telling me with this is, girl, you're on borrowed time. Like, you need to clock into the health machine. You need to clock into the weight loss factory. And with this...
But the thing is, this is nothing new. The fact that she has been putting off her weight loss and just not putting any effort into it, has been the same for 10, 12 years.
And with this card, I feel like it's telling me, instead of doing things like your way and the way that you want to do things regarding weight loss, like you need to do it in the way that will actually allow success in your life, because time is a ticking, girly pop.
Okay, so 2 things. She needs to understand that there's no such thing as success with weight loss. I said this in the last video where she did her What I Eat Today. The problem is that implies that there's a finish line, that there's a point where you can say, I'm done, and now I can go back to what I like to eat or whatever. Losing weight, if you want it to stay lost, is a full lifestyle change for the rest of your life. It never stops. There's no finish line. So that's the first thing, is she's saying, I need to do what will be successful. Well, there's no such thing as success. You got to just change your outlook on food forever. And then on top of that, she said, I need to stop doing it the way I want to do it and do it the way that works. Well, the problem is she convinces herself that her way is the way that works, even though it is obviously not, and never has been, and never will be. Anytime anybody tries to get her to do the right way, or actually try to change her lifestyle or change her diet, she always argues that she knows better. So when she says, I need to not do it my way, I need to do it the right way, she's right when she says that, but the problem is she's never going to do that, because the only way that she tries to lose weight is on her own terms, the way she wants to do it, because she has to eat the foods that she likes. That is the bottom line. She is never going to even try to lose weight without eating the foods that she likes.
Time's a ticking, girly pop. And then this card is telling
Yep. Girly pop.
me that while I do those things, be you, be yourself. I've seen so many people recently judge the clothes that I'm wearing, and this card is literally telling me who gives a fuck what they think.
Okay. Yeah, who gives a fuck what they think? But that's all she talks about. It's probably all she thinks about. Well, that and food.
And I feel that way. Like in person, I even talked about this in this video. I am perceived differently. Like that outfit that I wore last night, I got multiple compliments of just total strangers in public. Like, oh girl, you look so cute wearing that.
All right, if you have complimented by a stranger, it's clear she was really self-conscious about that outfit, because she is preemptively saying, I got so many compliments on that, because she knows she's going to get dragged for it in the comments. And we know she spends all day reading comments. But you can tell what she's self-conscious about because it's all she talks about. Now, at the bingo hall, I don't think anybody cares, But everywhere else, if anybody else sees her, I guarantee you more people are going, can you see that outfit? Look how weird that is. Because it's just so weird.
And it's like online, people are like, that pattern and that texture, like the materials, the fabrics, they just like don't go good. And like obviously.
And they don't. That's the problem, is she just doesn't understand. It just looks bad together.
That can get into people's head. Like you are a normal person if things like that sometimes get in your head. To be a human, you feel emotions. Like, am I bothered always by it? Literally no. That's why I wear what I love. Today I'm just looking like a frump because I'm not feeling the greatest. But like I felt cute as fuck last night. And I think that also like when confidence radiates out of you and you are showing like, girl, like this is me and I am who I am and I'm confident being that, I think a lot of people can sense that and feel that as well, which makes you look a million times cuter. And this very much for me screams body positivity. It screams, no, health is not at every size, but beauty is. So while you're trying to improve yourself to create more time in your life and actually follow the right instructions to do so, you can.
Even if that were true, this middle part is something she is incapable of doing. And I think she doesn't understand what confidence is. Just going out and being like, look at me, world, I don't care what you think of me, isn't confidence if you then go and complain nonstop about what people are saying about you, right? If you were really confident, you would just ignore what everybody says about you.
This video, I do want to say though, it's not the end, because way in the beginning of this week, I told you guys I filmed a TikTok. I don't know if I want to post it, which I still haven't yet decided, but it was just of me eating my sausage veggie plate, which a lot of people do on TikTok. But regardless,
which a lot of people do on TikTok. So she's just going full feeder content now, because she's saying she filmed just herself eating, which a lot of people do on TikTok. It's totally normal, that's just a thing they do over there. I'm just going to join them, over on TikTok, because that's what she does. She copies other people's content. She has no creativity. She has no unique ideas. She has no talent. So the only time she can ever do any kind of new content, it's following a trend or just eating. This is just an excuse for her to eat on camera.
Regardless, I am posting it at the end of this vlog instead of like during the day that I actually filmed it, because I just want to give people the option of watching that if they want. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Got her. All right, so I'm gonna skip ahead. Look at how happy she is. She is in this sort of euphoria mode where she's like, look, I get to eat all this food and people get to watch me eat all this food. Because I think what's happening, because look, it's all vegetables and stuff. This is that plate that she made earlier. And I think she did it this way because she can eat all this and she thinks nobody can come for me because it's all healthy. You know, it's vegetables. Which, you know, if you're going to overeat, like I said, doing it on vegetables is fine. But I think this is testing the waters. I think if she gets a lot of views, I think she will just go hog wild and eat anything and everything because this is pure feeder content.
Cottage cheese and mustard.
She is literally euphoric right now. She is so happy that she gets to make content where she just eats. She doesn't have to think about anything. She doesn't have to do anything other than her favorite thing on earth.
Brussels sprout with cottage cheese and mustard. That is so freaking good, I can't. Carrot with, you know exactly what I'm about to say.
It's so weird to watch her chew because it's all in the front. And the fact that she, after all these years, has not gone to the dentist is concerning. All right, so I'm not going to show much of this, but it really is just eating and talking about the food. I think she's trying to get away from YouTube, and she's hoping that this will take off on TikTok so that this is all she has to do for a living. Because she is in heaven right now. And she's doing it with veggies this first time to kind of test the waters and so that people can't come for her. But next time, I think it's going to get less and less healthy. So this is concerning and pretty disgusting. And I think another reason she's doing the vegetable thing is because then people can't say this is glorifying obesity because it's vegetables, right? But the way she's eating it, which again, I'm not going to show any of that here because it's pretty gross. It's clear that this is not healthy. The food itself is healthy, but the way she's eating it and the way she is enjoying it is not healthy. So even though it's healthy food, it's still glorifying obesity because she's ravenous when she's eating these things. So I'm going to edit out the actual like chewing, but just on a few of these, watch her eyes. She's watching herself in the viewfinder, and I think she is a feeder and a feedee. I think she enjoys watching herself eat.
Next, we have a sweet pepper.
See how orgasmic that was? But she watched herself the whole time.
That's my favorite. Then we have celery.
See? Watching that viewfinder.
I don't know about you guys, but I love scallion, so. Oh, hell yeah. And then I have green olives with garlic.
Yeah, every time.
And we have a hard-boiled egg. It's the first time that I remember that I've ever made a hard-boiled egg myself. And I've never had the hard-boiled egg with cottage cheese and mustard before. I've had everything else, but not this.
And it's literally every single bite. She does this. She looks right in the viewfinder and watches herself. And here's the thing. If I saw myself eating the way she's eating, I would be so embarrassed because it's disgusting. She's like an animal when she's eating this stuff. In fact, there's a couple of things that she actually eats and she puts like 2 things in her mouth at the same time. So this is concerning. I don't know, man. This weight loss thing, I mean, she's never, ever going to lose weight. She's just not. The only thing she cares about in life is eating her favorite foods. So she's just never going to get to the point where she is willing or ready or able to give that up. And the fact that this is concerning because this really is her testing the waters over on TikTok to where she can just be a full-time mukbanger because this is just a mukbang. I don't know, man. Unfortunately, there are a lot of feeders and a lot of people like watching this. I don't get it, but we'll see how it goes. However, on the bright side, I got a bingo. So let me know if you got a bingo in the comments, and I'll see you next time. I appreciate you guys so much. Take care.